What's going on, fam? It's your boy Papa Swolio, and are you ready to talk about New Year's fucking jabronis? I'm sure you are. Let's put some sack on some shins, shall we? Sack on some shins. It is time. The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised. What is going on, fam? It's your boy Papa Swolio back with some more NOC action. I'm so glad you're here. All the links in the description down below for the podcast, for the Fuck Your Resolutions specials. All the details are down below. Go check it. It's below my beard. Swolenormous apparel's there too. Everything is down there. But right now, we got to get to work on some New Year's bullshit. I want to talk to you about all these people that think that they're going to get results just because they have a gym membership. Now, this is a time of year when gym memberships skyrocket and everyone's doing the fitness thing. Everyone wants results now. And that's great. I understand people want results. I understand that they are inspired. And I do like this time of year for the inspiration standpoint. I like it because now there's a lot of high energy. But there's a reason why the Swole fam, hashtag below, Swole fam, if you're part of the Swole fam, there's a reason why we start on the 30th for the New Year's Eve, Swole Year's Eve. There's a reason why we start on the 29th through the 30th. We start 2 days early for a reason. It's because we don't want to attach ourselves to a date. We want to avoid that whenever possible. We want to start in August because we should start in August. We want to start in fucking January if we should start in fucking January. We want to start in fucking August if we should start in fucking August. In May. Doesn't matter when. We need to start when we need to start. We need to start because it's time to start. We need to start because it's time to get shit done. So I don't like associating results with a reason like as flimsy as one date. Because when we talk about February, March, and April, no one's saying Happy New Year. It's about what your intent is and your reasons, your why you want those results, why you want to change. Let's say it's weight loss. Maybe it's muscle growth. It doesn't have to be any one of those things. So I want to jump in momentarily to a comment, actually a post from the Swole fam. And this is in the private group. This is in the Swole fam group. And because of private post, I'm keeping this blacked out. I want to read this because it's the time of year to cover this. And we're going to get into this in some depth. Wow, fam, a huge step back this week, hopefully to be propelled forward. So I had the weird time during Christmas with all the dirty dicks, etc. Had 3 really good days nutritionally where I prepped and stayed on track. Then the last 3 days have been total hell. New Year's, no alcohol, but I ate probably 3/4 of a box of chocolates at work yesterday, and I'm currently shitting my brains out. Sorry for the too much information. I can't keep doing this. I've still been getting my workouts in, even worked out with my boyfriend for the first time on Tuesday. Surprisingly, I didn't feel totally self-conscious and crushed him with Papa's chest and tries Ignite. That's part of the 90-day dash program inside Swolenormous X. But the food has been hideous. Work is the place of nightmares for me still at the moment. I've been weak. I haven't been catching up with the podcast because I've been busy and out of my schedule. My brain is going to shit, LOL. Picking myself up today, going home to do back and biceps Ignite. My fridge is already full of healthy prepped food. Gonna catch up on the casts I've missed. I need some knowledge cock back in my ear holes. That's what I'm talking about, fam. Get that knowledge cock back. Get some yoga done, and fuck, that's all I can do for today. Why doesn't my brain seem to retain this information? It's so annoying. Love you, fam. And fam loves you. So if you're part of the fam and you haven't yet checked out this post, make sure you go in the private group and go comment on this post. And speaking of which, I do have a yoga class myself coming up. So if you're not practicing yoga yet and you're still watching this fucking channel, what are you waiting for? Seriously, this is the time to start. So I want to talk about all the people that think that more is better and that just having a membership and going is going to get results. So I have a couple of figures, and I covered this in the podcast today. So if you want this in a lot more depth, make sure you go check out the Daily Swole podcast. Again, the links are down below. This was based on working out 7 days a week. Now, a lot of people think that more is better, that just because you're working out 7 days a week versus 5 days a week versus 4 days a week, that you're going to get more results. And that couldn't be farther from the truth. We all know people that put in so much effort that just don't get results. They don't look good. Why don't they look good? They work out 5 days a week. Why the fuck don't they look good? They work out 7 days a week. How come they don't look good? They eat healthy. So let's talk about what this actually means. If you work out 7 days a week, just working out. Let's assume you're lifting 7 days a week. I do not recommend lifting 7 days a week, but a lot of people do, unfortunately. And let's talk about some type of intense exercise, whether it's CrossFit, whether it's a HIIT workout, lifting weights, a combination. A lot of people do weights, then they do HIIT training and CrossFit and stuff on off days, and they're just training every day. So if you're doing 7 hours a week, that's 7 divided by 168, that's 4.17%. That's 4% of your entire week. So let's pause for a second and think about what that means. That means that 4% is massively important. What you do in the gym, the efficacy of your training is exceptionally important, because if you train in the gym and you're lifting 7 days a week, you can build a ton of muscle over the course of months and years. So that 4% is extremely important. That 4% is extremely effective. You can get a lot out of that 4% and what you do in that 4%. If you work out 2 hours a day, that's 8 and change, 8% a week. So it shows two things. It shows that time is very important. It also shows that that's a very small percentage of your overall time. So that would lead to, okay, if 4 to 8% being training of the week, if that is so impactful in my health, is that so much of an impact in my health at 4 to 8%, then wouldn't it make sense that the other 92 to 96% would be just as freaking important, and the impact of what you do in that other 92% to 96% of your week, that would be exponentially more impactful than that 4%, that little sliver of the time that you spend in the gym, which is exactly my point. For one thing, even with 4 to 8%, a lot of people are going to the gym and fucking up completely, doing programs that are so far beyond their pay grade. They're under recovering. They're not doing the exercise hard. They're on their phone the whole time. They're resting too long or too little. They're not pushing themselves to those limits of like failure and really struggle, where the body is going to have that progressive overload and adapt and have that alarm reaction, that whole systematic response to that stimulus in order to build muscle and lose fat and change. And think about that. That 4% has to be on point. That 8% has to be on point. So if we take 8 hours of sleep over the course of 7 days, we do the math there, that's 33%. And I'm pretty sure I had this math from the podcast earlier. I hope I didn't screw that up, but 56 divided by 168. Hey, Alexa, what's 56 divided by 168?
56 divided by 168 is 0.3333.
33%. And I do know that I just turned all of your Alexas on. So stop listening. They're listening. They are. So 33% of your week. 33% is 8 times the 4% from the 1 hour a day. So the time that you should be spending sleeping, that's not just 8 hours of sleep, period. What about 8 hours of quality sleep? That's a whole other conversation. I'm just going to show that that's 8 times the amount of time that you would spend going to the gym, an hour a day for 7 days. And people aren't sleeping. People aren't hydrating. People aren't practicing yoga. People aren't being consistent with that, period. So even if people kind of eat healthy and kind of go to the gym regularly and kind of do yoga and kind of blah, 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 fucking up so much. So it doesn't matter if you have a gym membership. It doesn't matter if you just want to. It's hard and it takes fucking years. And it's not just doing all of those things well. Let's say everything I mentioned, you're crushing all of those. Guess what? Now you got to do it day after day, week after week, month after month, year after fucking year. Like, who are you to have the audacity to think that you deserve results for the fucking effort you're putting in? So call yourself out on your bullshit. Take this time, take this opportunity to call yourself out on your bullshit. Are you really fucking working hard? Really? Are you really fucking training hard? Really? Are you really giving a shit? Do you just say you give a shit? You trying to make fucking excuses and justifications to not really try that hard? You say you do, you think you do, but you know you're full of shit. I'm talking to you. So enough with the fucking resolutions. I'm going to do it. I'm trying hard. All my cheat meals and this diet and this, I'm cycling this, and I had this and the supplement. Let's get to the fucking fundamentals. Because if you don't have the fundamentals right, you're going to end up way off course. It's just like an alignment. If you're a foot off, let's say a degree, and 2 ships start at the same port, they might be within eyesight for miles. And then all of a sudden, after, let's say, 3 weeks or 2 months of sailing, all of a sudden they're hundreds of miles apart. okay? And they might have started at the same location, seemingly had the same course. So this just goes to show that if your foundation, if your fundamental, if your base, as we call them, the 7 pillars, if your 7 pillars are not locked down, you have an alignment issue. You are going to end up off course. This is not something I am saying just to say it. I'm not just making this YouTube video just to make this YouTube video. This is the answer. This is the secret. This is how you get results. This is where people fuck up. It's just a lot deeper and it's a lot more on the surface than people want to accept. People want a complicated solution. They want the quick fix and the pill. They want everything fast. It's not fast. It never will be. That's why people don't have fucking results, because they're complicating shit that is so goddamn basic. What are your thoughts? Drop it down below. All the links and everything for the podcast and everything else in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, subscribe, like, follow for more fucking content, more rants, more rage, more beard, more nips, more flexing. Let's fucking get it. It's 2020, beaches. Peace.
Ay, all of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swoleo put nuts on their chin like Everson K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My Benny's are blue, but the product is green. I'm dropping slappers to hell with an album. Might fuck around and go see Jimmy Fallon. I multiply while you bury.